Hey everybody, it is Dee Willis here, digital product creator and mentor with Her Empire Digital. And I'm getting ready to set up the snapshot that will be given away along with the digital resource kit. If you don't know what this kit is going to be a lifesaver for a lot of digital product creators who need tools and softwares, especially AI and automation, to help them save time as well as money in their business, because time is money. There's 104 tools in this kit so far, and it's constantly growing. Go ahead, you'll be able to get this when you join the builders community. Now, in regards to this snapshot, when you join, I use highlevel for all of my funnels and landing pages to manage my CRM, which is customer relations management system. So I use that to hold and email my list and all the things that you really need to do when you are having a digital product business and you're collecting leads and making sales. So I am going to create in this snapshot a list cleaning automation that will automatically keep your contact list clean. Because when you have your own high-level account, you need to be sending your emails through your own domain name, not sending it through a Yahoo or a Gmail, because you don't want your emails to end up in the spam or your email to be blacklisted. And as a business, we want to do, or as a business owner and entrepreneur, we want to do business ethically, and we want our people to get our emails. So I have a automation running in the back of my personal high-level account that keeps my list clean. That way my list doesn't get flagged, or my email doesn't get flagged for spam or, being a spammer and stuff like that, because I don't believe in spamming. So I'm going to put one inside of the snapshot here. So that way, if you have high level, if you get go high level for your system, then you will have this automation. So this is one of the first automations I set up, period. I do it for myself. I do it for my pro members. I've trained them on this, and I do this again for my clients. So it's saying start now, pick a template. So it's running a little slow just because I have so many things running on my computer right now. I probably need to shut some of them down. Okay, so I am doing this right now. I'm gonna start one from scratch because I pretty much know what I'm doing. And I'm going to name this automation. Now you can use emojis in here as well. The emoji shortcut doesn't seem to work, so you have to click in here, and then I'm gonna put no or stop. There we go. I want this symbol, which means do not delete this, do not mess with it. List cleaning automation. That's what this is going to be. And we're going to do several things here. We're going to do some email events because we want certain things that happen when our email list or clients, followers, or what have you, when they're being emailed, when something happens in this email, we want certain things to take place. So I'm going to do an email event. I want this event to be when a user, now we need to click the filter events. So when an email bounces, this is like a hard bounce. So when they bounce, what do I want to happen? So when it bounces, and so now I know this is the hard bounce event. Okay, so I know I want a hard bounce. Now I'm creating this from scratch, guys. You're watching me in real time. So a hard bounce event. Another trigger is going to be another email event. And this one is going to be an event if somebody gives us a spam complaint. Okay. And another email event for if a person unsubscribes from our list. So I'm going to do an email event and unsubscribe. So when these three things happen, I need for my automation to do several things that I want it to do. Okay, so I'm going to do a if else statement. So basically, if this happens or if that happens, then we need to do this. Now you can drop down this list right here and see things that you can do. However, I'm building my own here. Okay, so there's a none branch is always there. It just means if nothing happens, nothing happens. So in this first branch, we want to, this would be the hard bounce branch. So when a work trigger is, let me cancel this. I forgot. I need to save. I need to save and refresh so it can pick up these triggers here. So let's do this. Because sometimes it won't pick up the triggers because we just made them. So sometimes you got to save it and refresh it. So if else, so this branch, okay, so now I put it in order. So spam, complaint, branch. So if a workflow trigger is spam complaint, now we're going to do another branch. This is going to be the unsubscribe branch. If a workflow trigger is unsubscribe. And this one is hard bounce. So if a workflow trigger is hard bounced, so if any one of these things and then none. Okay, so we're going to press that. So now this condition right here is the, let's just say connector, right? I'm going to call it the connector. So if a spam complaint email trigger is triggered, what do I want this to do? I need this to add a tag to this contact. The tag I want to add is spam. And then add tag, and then I'm going to put spam right here. I keep my tags in lowercase, and I keep it on the outside because I want to know what they're being tagged just from the view of this without having to click it and open it to see what it says, right? So that's kind of why I do it that way. So let me back out a little bit here and bring this over. That's the great thing. We can drag and drop these things around. So the same thing is going to apply when they unsubscribe. So if they unsubscribed, I want to add a tag. And I want to say unsubscribe. I want to unsubscribe tag, add, save, subscribed. Okay, and then I want this for a hard bounce. We're going to add a tag, hard bounce. And I put the exact tag so I know exactly what the tag is. Now nothing's going to happen here because these really are not going to trigger unless one of these actions took place in the email. So if they marked us as spam, then I'm going to know, who marked it as spam, and then unsubscribe, which I'm probably going to change this to unsubscribed to make it make sense. Save the trigger. Okay, because I want it to make sense in here. Okay, it changed it in there, so that's cool. Okay, and then hard bounce. So I wanted to tag those individuals, and after it tags them, now what I want to take place is a contact D&D. Okay, so let me just put DND. Enable, disable DND. So now what this does, do you want to remove them from all the channels, from a specific channel? In this case, it's going to be a specific channel because it's email, right? And so when we do specific channel, now, if you know you're running SMS messages as well, there is a stop, where they can just message back stop or whatever. But then you can tag them appropriately. But this is for the email. So if something happens in the email, so the specific channel is going to be the email. Okay. And we want a disable, enable DND. So it's going to disable them from being emailed again. It's going to stop that. Okay. Same thing here. We want a DND this person too, because we don't want to keep, DMing or emailing people who doesn't want to be emailed, right? So this is going to do this automatically for us. So if they want to be removed, they're going to be removed. If it's a hard bounce, which means that their email, their Gmail, Yahoo, or whatever, the email didn't go through. You don't want to keep sending emails automatically to bouncing email addresses because you're going to be labeled as spam, and you don't want to do that. So you want to stop those two from happening, because when your list gets big and big and big, you're not going to want to go through and manually do all of these things. I mean, that's just not a good use of your time. So you might as well have this automation set up to where it takes care of anything that goes one of these go wonky for you. It automatically takes care of it. And then it will stop. It will not email those people when you're trying to send an email. You don't have to worry about it because these people will not be emailed. So we want to save this. I'm going to save this automation. And this is how you can do it yourself. But again, if you want this already built for you, then you can just download the snapshot. Okay. So I'm going to publish this automation so that it is published for you. It's ready for use. Okay, so that's the list cleaning automation. That's how you create one if you wanted to create it yourself. But again, this will be included in the snapshot that comes with the digital resource kit. It will come with this kit along with 104 digital resources that you can use, as well as you can make money from, because you have the rights to change these links out to your affiliate links if you want. And you can also email or give this away as a digital resource for yourself as well, as a lead magnet if you want to get started with your business. If you do not have a product or a service of your own, then you can use this. All right. And you will always have the updated version of it inside of the builders community. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to comment below if you want this, if you want that guide, that resource kit, and subscribe to the channel. It helps with the reach of this video. And again, all the links you need will be in the description below. I hope this was helpful for you guys and that you learned something today. And if not, you can always come in here if you do not want to build it yourself and download the snapshot. All right, until the next video. Bye.